are welcome.
Now, many of you are familiar with some of the different frequency states of your brain, and you know that there are states that put you in different kinds of modalities, different kinds of perspectives. But many of you are also not familiar with the idea called the gamma state, which is between 40 and 100 cycles per second in your brain. In the typical channeling state, it averages somewhere around 45 to 50 cycles per second, 45, 50 hertz, as you say. And this particular vibration allows you to experience in the neurological net of your brain more cohesiveness, more acceleration, more connection, more synchronization, while also simultaneously allowing certain neural pathways to actually close down in order for the focus that is necessary to bring through information from higher perspectives, higher points of view. Now, in general, when you are doing anything that you love to do, following your excitement, acting on your passion, you are in a gamma state. The idea being, as you say, in the zone, peak performance, deep meditation, but also simply when you are engaged and involved, not noticing what you call the passage of time. That is the gamma state, also typically called the channeling state. Now, you can channel in a sense without being in the gamma state, because every single one of you from time to time will channel through the gamma state by acting on the thing you love most, by following your passion. And anytime you do, you are, in a sense, connecting with your higher mind, bringing more of your total being through, accessing information and perspectives and ideas and dimensions that may not necessarily be par for the course in your day-to-day existence when not functioning in the gamma state. Nevertheless, it isn't the only way in which many of you channel. To really bring it down to a simple understanding, because each and every one of you is a greater being than just your physical persona, you can understand that because physical reality is a projection, is an illusion, is a reflective mirror happening within your consciousness and doesn't really exist outside of you, then this personality, this person you consider yourselves to be, is actually a channeled entity, because you are projecting it moment to moment to moment to moment to create the continuity of your personality, the identity that you typically think yourself to be, which is only a small fraction of who you really are. But when you allow yourself to harmonize and align that personality structure that is already being channeled with the higher mind by going into the gamma state, then the persona becomes far more representative of the higher mind. You start really functioning and expressing yourself in physical reality as more of the total being that you are, the total person that you are, and you start experiencing your reality in a very different way, with a lot more positive synchronicity, a lot more manifestation, a lot more perspective on timing and experience of being in the right place at the right time, interacting exactly with whom you need to interact. You amplify your senses, stretch them out, and allow them to begin to perceive things that were heretofore invisible to you, whether they be just more energy forms, different colors, or actual other entities that are around you all the time that are simply now invisible to you, that you can allow to become visible by going into the gamma state more and more, practicing that state, living in that state, acting from that state to allow more creative expression in your life, more freedom of expression in your life. And in doing so, allowing your life to feel very fulfilled, very ecstatic, very effortless, flowing along your path of least resistance. So practicing getting into the gamma state will allow you to truly begin to accelerate and evolve in a very different way, in a much more expanded way, in a much fuller way, a more all-encompassing way. We will thus help you with a permission slip that we will deliver during your holotope, as the holotope meditation, to crystallize in your ability to call upon and shift yourself to the gamma state when and where you so desire, until such time as, while you continue to practice it, it becomes your first nature. It becomes your typical natural state of being, and thus you can experience your life within that state, take any actions that you take on your passion from within that state, and allow your life to become far more synchronized, far more magical, far more miraculous. Because as we have said, miracles are the natural order of existence. They are not the exception to the rule. The fact that you don't necessarily always experience your life as miraculous, that's the exception. And you are now at a place and a time where you are evolving past that limitation, past that limited perspective, where you can begin to open up those senses and see reality in a very different way, knowing that it is actually coming from within you. For as we have said also, remember that spirit is your natural state. That high vibration is your natural state. You are all mostly in spirit right now, and you are simply dreaming that you're not. That's what physical reality is. It's a projection of consciousness that allows you to focus your consciousness, your spirit self, in such a way as to pretend that it is no longer in spirit, but it is, and can never leave it. So you are in spirit right now, dreaming that you're not. And thus the idea of going into gamma more and more and allowing that to become your natural expression, your natural state of being in life, with everything that you do, will allow you to begin to wake up in the physical dream, become more lucid in the physical dream, and really experience your life as a dream, allowing it to be far more flexible, far more malleable, far more shiftable, so that you can experience the manifestations that are relevant for you, important for you, that you need in life, in that perfect timing, letting your life unfold in a way that you know already works, not having to force it to work, make it work, manipulate it into working, which are all completely the opposite of what really allows it to reveal to you that it already does work if you will only let it. The gamma state will allow you to relax into that knowingness that your life works, and as you allow yourself to experience more and more of the gamma state, you'll be able to see the examples that your life works and that your passion can support you, and you can begin to truly glide through life in a way where all the things that are not in alignment with your true vibration will come to the forefront very clearly, so that you can let them go and add their energy to your overall momentum of excitement and continue to expand and accelerate yourselves in that way. So, when we take you through that permission slip meditation, you can allow yourself to continue to practice it every day in whatever way works for you, in the best way that works for you, and bit by bit, day by day, you will experience more and more of the reflections that are commensurate with that gamma state and see life as it truly is, rather than the illusions you have put before yourself that don't work for you. It is all about understanding the power of the illusion as opposed to falling under the illusion